Hi, I'm Tom Weis. I'm an associate professor of industrial design at the Rhode Island School of Design. And here are some of my tips that I've offered residents from the Creative Capsule program in terms of how to approach their project in a design-driven fashion. Embrace critique culture. So what's critique culture? Critique is an invitation for others to both view your work, for you to participate in providing feedback for their work, but really looking for thoughtful insights and reflections on things that you share repeatedly throughout your process. Any design studio is built upon a foundation of strong critique, and we find that it's, in many cases, essential to a design-driven project. You're not alone, you're not sitting by yourself, even though sometimes you may be. Create a culture that invites people to talk about ideas, to see the things that you're progressing with. And that's the start of any good design-driven project. Audience definition. Now, this is something that seems pretty broad, but what you may find is that you could have one singular focus area or topic, and there are layers and perhaps concentric circles of the types of audiences that you might reach. That said, you might have to adjust the message or the story that you're trying to portray or tell based on the audience that you're trying to reach. So think about how you might take that one single story of yours and communicate it to a variety of audiences. Capturing insights. Insights are different than just looking at data and analytics. Insights are those things that oftentimes are unsaid, but are present. Insights are something that really become the seeds to great designs, and it requires you to be incredibly curious and asking a lot of great questions. Prototyping. So what's a prototype? A prototype is something that you might make, generate, create that you can put out into the world to get some kind of a response. A prototype helps you understand your assumptions. A prototype helps you make and give form to a nascent idea. We do this over and over. Sometimes those prototypes just look like an idea. Sometimes they might work like an idea. Sometimes they do both of those things. But prototype as fast and as quickly as you can, and as early in your process as possible. And then test them. Test your ideas. Don't just sit with them until the end. Put them out, get them into the hands of folks that you'd like to consider to be your audience and see how they respond, because that's also incredibly informative to guiding your work. Stay loose. Oftentimes we go into projects thinking we know what it's going to be at the end. Give yourself the freedom to take those tangential paths, those things on the side. You can still stay on the primary sort of focus of your project, but give yourself the freedom to try new things. And finally, have fun. Although many of you will probably be pursuing projects that are serious in nature and they might be very pressing global issues, bring yourself into the work. How do you see the world? How can you stay loose in your ability to even communicate your ideas or find those moments of levity with your peers or the folks who might be in your cohort? So those are some simple tips. I hope you'll take them into consideration. And if you have any interest in talking more about design, feel free to reach out. Thanks.